Nobody talks about what mediumship development actually looks like from the inside. This series does. Every 5 readings, I'll break down what shifted, what grew, and what I'm still working through. Today, you'll see that process in action. Let's go ahead and we can jump right into it. So I'll be reading for you for about, I would say, about 25 to 30 minutes. And I always want to ask, do you have someone in particular that you want to read?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Who's the individual that you would like to,
My father.
your father? Okay, all right. So when I was sitting in meditation, I was actually picking up on a male that was coming through. There was actually a male and there was a female that was coming through, which I'll get into that in just a little bit. I want to try to reconnect here in just a moment to see if I can bring him through again. So I feel like I have him come through. I do just want to give the information that I was receiving during my meditation that I just want to bring up just in case it was him, unless it's someone else for you. But I was being shown this man, and he was very, very frail. Um, which makes me feel like he's showing me kind of how he was later in life. I don't think that this was like, I want to say healthier and younger. Um,
Uh-huh.
but he shows me very frail. I almost want to say to the point of like kind of like just losing a lot of weight rapidly. Would you understand that?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, he was coming up and he was showing me on like when I saw him, he was like on a bed. And I don't know if this was just like part of his personality, but for some reason he like wasn't wearing a shirt. So it was just kind of like him, like kind of frail, but he's on the bed. And what this makes me feel is when I see him on the bed is that I feel like when it came to towards like his end of life, that he was in bed most of the time. I don't want to necessarily say like bedridden, but like he wasn't that mobile, so he stayed in bed. Um, I want to see if he was. He makes me feel like he was cared for at home. Would you understand
Yes, he was
him?
care for at home.
Okay. Because he makes me feel like there's like this warmth around him. But he was also showing me earlier again, like this was kind of through the meditation. He showed me a lot of land and a lot of greenery and almost like these like green, I don't want to call them hills. They were big, they were like mountains. So I feel like he's kind of bringing up possibly an area where he lived or he grew up in. Would you understand?
Yes, I do understand that. Yes, I do.
Okay. And I know this is going to sound super specific, but it was just the country that came to mind. But would you understand Peru?
No,
You would not understand Peru. Okay.
no.
All right. Because as soon as I saw those like green, like mountainy looking areas and stuff, that's where my mind went to. And would you understand him? I feel like he's kind of like bringing me to food. He's showing me like a lot of like fresh vegetables and like fruits and
Uh-huh.
stuff.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah, because it's like I feel like I don't know. He just makes me feel like he's doesn't really go towards process things. And I feel like this is a cultural thing. Like I feel like this is something that he grew up with. This is like
He was a chef.
he was a chef. Oh, okay. Wow. All right, yeah. So he's showing me all those vegetables and things. Did he cook like very specific dishes?
Yes, he did. Yes, that makes sense. Yes.
Okay. Because I feel like it's very I'm trying to see what he's trying to lead me on here, but I can't really make sense. I don't think I'm familiar with it. But we'll leave it there with the lots of vegetables and stuff that he's showing me. He wouldn't have happened to been like a vegan cook, would he?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. And he's also bringing my attention to, and I'm just gonna say it how it is, but he's showing me like a gold car. And it could have just been the shade of it. Like it could be like a the champagne color, I guess they call it too.
Mm.
Um,
Yes, my uncle had a champagne color car.
they do. Okay. Yeah, he's showing me the gold car. And specifically, like he was showing me, it's like driving down this road in it, and there's big buildings near. So, and I also kind of feel like this is just like kind of, I feel like this is relating to his work or the area of where he worked, or possibly even to where he lived. But there's like, it seems like it's somewhat of a busy area here. I'm seeing big buildings, so it makes me want to say a city. Would you
Yes,
understand a city?
that makes it, yes, I do. That makes sense.
Okay, thank you. And he's also showing me a cigar as well. So it's like I kind of feel it's giving me the sense that like he wasn't a smoker, but there
No,
was
he
like
wasn't.
this there's like this occasional like treat. So I'm not sure if you can resonate with that, but like the cigar and like picking up a cigar every now and then. To me, this feels more of like a social thing of like, if you're out with friends or, out with like, a family get together, possibly like sharing like a cigar or something like that. So it's kind of the vibe that
Uh-huh.
I'm getting. You would understand that, wouldn't you?
I understand that, yes.
Okay. Beautiful. He's a great communicator, I need to say. He also gives me the sense that he was the type of person to not necessarily like let go of things. What he's showing me right now is like this old pair of scissors. They're like silver, like all silver scissors. And they just look very old and very antique. And I feel like this is kind of a pattern of like not necessarily him specifically having these scissors, but like him having very old things like in his house that he never really got rid of. So it's kind of like
Yes, that's
heirloom.
true. That makes sense, yes.
Okay, awesome. Yes, I see like a lot of old things. Would you understand him being very much, I don't want to necessarily say like on the spiritual side, but I feel like he, from people who passed before him, that he would have things like in memory of them. And I feel like there was like a specific area possibly of where he had this set
Yes,
up.
I still have them, yes.
You still have,
I still have it.
okay. Yeah, because he's showing me, it almost looks like a shrine.
Yes, I still have it. I still have everything that when the people passed before him, yes, I still have it.
Okay. Did some of this you got from him? Like things that he
Yes.
had that,
Hmm.
okay.
Yes.
And would you understand him being he keeps on saying like I'm a ladies' man, I'm a ladies' man. So it
Yes, yes.
it just makes me feel like he was kind of the flirty like personality. Um yeah, he's funny. I feel like he has a really good personality, a very funny personality that he liked to joke a lot about things, but he just brings up the ladies. He just brings up the ladies.
Yes, he would do that. He's a jokester. He
Yeah.
would do that, yes.
He seems so sweet though. Let me see. So, okay, the one thing that I noticed in previous readings is that like spirit sometimes like layers information. So, I get what I get first, but then more information might come in a little bit later. Now I didn't necessarily ask him anything specific, but he's bringing my attention to my lower back. And there being this sensation here. So again, I don't think that this has anything to do with passing. I feel like this might have something to do with mobility or just
Yes,
pain in that
he
general
passed that.
area.
He passed in the hospital bed, so yes.
Okay. But yeah, it's like my back hurts. Would he have had bed sores?
Yes, he did
That-
because they couldn't turn him because he died so fast. It was just so unexpected.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, and it's like he's bringing my attention there to that lower back area. And I'm just gonna go back here, not to like keep dragging on like the way of passing, but when it comes to the frail thing, I just want to see if this is like a sign that they give me when it means a specific thing. But did he pass of cancer?
No, no
It
cancer,
was not
no.
cancer. Okay. All right. I just have to be sure there because I usually get that weak, like frail feeling when it's a cancer diagnosis. But if he gives me the information, I'll go ahead and share that later. He might not want to talk about it. He does feel
He died from pulmonary fibrosis.
okay. Okay. I definitely would not have gotten that. Was there someone, would you understand this to be true that there was someone with him when he did pass? I feel like there
That
was
was me. That was
that was
me.
you. Were you at the side of the bed with him?
Yes, that was me.
He's showing me you sitting there with him. And this, honestly, I have such like love in my heart right now that's like building up that meant so much for him to him with you being there. And I feel like when it was that moment, that he wasn't really there that much, like he wasn't necessarily conscious. So I feel like he's kind of
Yeah,
like,
he wasn't conscious at all.
okay. He's just saying, like, I heard everything you said because he makes me feel like you were saying things to him. Well,
I was talking to him in his ear.
he wants you to know that he heard everything. Um, yes, he was like, even that I might not have said anything, but he was like, if I could, I would have. But he just wants to send this love to you, that meant a lot to him to have you there. And he's starting to show me stars. Did this all happen at nighttime?
It was nighttime, yes, when he passed. Yes, it was 6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay. Yeah. I want to see what else he's giving me. So yeah, now he's bouncing to something completely, well, it might not be completely different. I don't know. He's showing me a pair of like old sneakers. Would you you would understand the
Yes,
old sneakers?
yes, I do. I have his old shoes.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, yeah, he's showing me. He's just like those stinky shoes. It's like he's actually like showing me with like weird like scent things coming off of it, like they smell bad. Um So he's just bringing that up. I feel like as a joke. And he's also giving me this like heart pain, but when I feel into it, it feels more like grief. Um,
There was
and
grief. There was a lot of grief between me and my father.
there was, okay.
We had a
Was this,
fight the night before he died, and we had a big fight, and we just said things that we shouldn't have.
yeah, yeah. He's bringing up my attention to that of like having that grief. And there's definitely a message there of like not holding on to that grief, like just knowing that everything's okay and that, he doesn't carry any type of animosity, any type of anger on the other side. And now that's kind of like, settling down. So I feel like he definitely wanted to come through today, to one, tell you that he loves you, tell you that he was, definitely aware when you were with him that night. Um, but then that apology, I feel that grief that was coming up, that there's this apology that he wants to bring. Um, so you can move forward. Um, and it also helps him move forward. I feel like too, is just to get that off of his chest, say that I'm
Yes,
sorry.
exactly. I want him to have peace.
Yeah. Yeah. And he says that, do you have like I see that you're wearing a necklace though. This might not be what he's showing.
It's my father.
That's your father's? Okay. Because he was bringing my attention to that too.
Yes, my father's.
Yeah, he's bringing my attention to that. I want to see if there's anything else that he would like to share. He's bringing my attention to health. And now I don't feel like that is about like his health overall. I feel like this is kind of leading into another message, but would you know it to be true to be going through like a health um not necessarily a crisis or anything like that. So I don't want you to get like freaked out thinking that he's saying something like, major. But I feel like he's bringing my attention to um your health, and it kind of
My health is not that great. Yeah, my health is not that great.
he's showing me the finger pricks with like when you test your blood sugars. Do you do that?
Yeah, I have type 2 diabetes.
Okay. He's bringing my attention to just keep an eye on that. Um But I don't think it's anything to be concerned about, so I just want to ease your mind with that. But like definitely to be more mindful of your health. I feel like he's kind of relating that to himself in a way, almost as like a comparison of like, I wasn't always the best with my health and like the choices that I made, but he doesn't want to see you like kind of go down the same path. So he's just bringing up about being a little bit mindful of, your health and the things that you're doing. Um, but overall, there's so much love and optimism I feel like he brings forward to you. I want to see if he has any more messages or signs that he wants to share. So he's bringing my attention. I almost feel like you're getting into like a vehicle or something like that, or
We're going on a road trip to go see his brother in the end of May.
at the end of May. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, he is showing me like that you're getting in a vehicle. I was like, okay, like where are we going? He's bringing my attention to a song, though, specifically to pay attention to. I'm not, let me see if he'll give me with what's the song? Did his name start with an M by
No,
chance?
so with an A. So his name was Alex.
Okay, all right. I wish I would have said that one first because it's like when I was looking here, I saw the big giant M and I was like, oh, that must be it. But over here, it kind of looked like there was like a little bit of an A forming. And I was going to say that first, and I was like, but the M is bigger. It's probably an M. Darn it. Um, yeah, let me see if he can tell me a little bit more information about this song and stuff. I feel like there is an importance to it that it was there a special song that you played
Yeah,
in memory of him?
yeah. It was. I just called to say I love you.
Okay. He's making me feel like this song is going to come back up. He was showing me the car, so I feel like this is going to happen very randomly, but pay attention because I feel like that's going to end up coming on for you. And that's again a sign that he's just showing that he's around, that he's with you. He's getting chills all over, but I feel like this is going to be connected to the road trip in some way.
Yeah.
But yeah, beautiful, beautiful messages that he gave. And again, he's sending so much love. I'm gonna allow him to go forward with you again. Release him. Thank him for coming forward.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so happy that we had such a great connection with him. Again, he was a wonderful communicator with everything he was bringing forward. Yeah, and if you would like to share any more feedback, go ahead and let me know. That's okay. I'd like to know
Yeah,
about some other things
he
more.
died of pulmonary fibrosis and AFib, arterial fibrillation. They couldn't keep his heart and his lungs going together. The machine couldn't one of them couldn't keep up with his pulmonary problem, and he died at 6 o'clock in the evening. And he was a chef. He was also a dietitian. He worked for Manicare Health Services. Um, and
Really?
he was a dietitian. He also was a chef in the kitchen. He worked hard for us kids. So yeah, he just did a lot for us.
Oh, I love that. I'm surprised. I used to work for Manor Care.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't throw that into my head. Like, man or care. But yeah, that's really awesome. I'm happy that he came forward and gave you those messages. I hope that that brought you some peace and
Yeah, thank you.
everything. You're welcome. You're welcome. I will send you a copy of this video as well, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope you have a wonderful day, okay?
You too. Bye bye.
All right, bye-bye. Every 5 readings, I step back and look at the bigger picture. What changed, what improved, and where I'm still growing. Right now, you just watch the process behind the scenes. And if you're interested in seeing how this develops over time, be sure to subscribe.